All right, so up first we got Angel Fernandez. So I should probably actually hang on here. I'm like, duplicate, duplicate. Just 2 seconds here. I haven't gotten used to using Notion for the portfolio reviews yet. I just want to make sure I have his notes. So he's looking to apply for a junior material texture artist position. Almost all studios look for senior material artists. It is very true. So currently in the industry, I mean, material artists or the use of procedural material creation is relatively new to the game industry still. I would say it's starting to lose the green and become more yellow. As far as like, you know, when someone comes in, they're like, oh, this guy's super green, but he or she will get better as they progress, and then they're no longer green. That's what I mean when I'm saying green to yellow. Almost all studios are looking for a senior material artist. In your experience, are there any junior material artists in studios where you've worked? I mean, they have to start somewhere, and I think where it's heading now is it will just become more. I wouldn't say easy, but it's just like being a props artist now, or an environment artist. You just have to have something that sticks out. Showing creativity is great. Like in your portfolio, you're showing diversity for materials that are awesome. I think when they say senior material artist, that's because they're shooting for the stars, right? They want the best of the best. But maybe they need to fill that role quickly. That's not going to be said on there, right? As far as you know, they're being very picky and like specific about who they want to hire. Just by saying senior material artist or texture artist, I would just apply, because this portfolio looks pretty solid for a junior material texture artist. Like this is crazy. So you've even made some textures for content for games. Man, I love this franchise. Endless Legends, dope. But your variety is really cool. I guess I would say maybe some more metals, because a lot of your materials are natural. Like this one's awesome. Like I can safely say this is the first time I've seen a substance that looks like this. The more substances that you can get that are very unique, the better, in my opinion. Just because I like to see materials that someone wouldn't have thought of, or that looks difficult to solve, and you were just like, oh no, I'm just gonna try and figure it out. Like that's super exciting. Yeah, dude, unique ones make you memorable. Definitely, definitely. That's why like fan art's really cool, but it doesn't go as far as someone creating their own look and style. They're like, man, this person's really thinking about this and this because they had to solve that and they had to think about this. You know what I mean? Either way, I mean, these materials are looking pretty solid. Let me see. Oh my gosh, you even have the larva in there. That's cool. So I guess up close, the larva kind of breaks down. Like it's not as plump as you would expect. I don't know how else to describe it. I think where this material may be suffering a little bit is in the roughness. This looks cool though. Like this material here, like I think needs some subsurface properties because it's wax, right? So it's gonna have like a subsurfacey aspect to it. Right now, it kind of looks more like sulfur on stone, like sulfur like buildup. I'm like, I want to say calc, but calc buildup. It's like calcium buildup on metals and stuff like that. But sulfur spray that's dried. Let's see here. This is cool. So this is interesting because you made this one, and then you actually made this one as well, which you could argue is the tops. It almost looks like the tops of those. I think this is supposed to be a floor though. This is interesting as well, showing it in animated GIFs. Oh yeah, these are, I know exactly. Dude, this is cool. So having these 3 variations as well is really nice to see. Yeah, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to get a, oh man, this is great with all the GIFs. The terrain where it's really wavy and the height is really exaggerated, I don't know if you necessarily need those. Oh, this is cool. Dang, dude. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there. So your portfolio is pretty decked out, in my opinion. I think if you were to, man, you know it would be cool if they had like a, so if you're tagged as a material artist, to have a button here where you can be like, view roughness only in the thumbnails, so that I can see where your variety is roughness wise. Because like right now your ranges are leaning much more in the really rough range, with the water and wetness aspects being more reflective or less rough. And I think getting more metal materials or reflective surfaces, like this one doesn't feel nearly shiny enough to me for like the surfaces that you're portraying. See, I know it's very aged as well, but the reason it looks aged is because that the scratches and stuff, right? And you're showing it in the albedo, but showing those scratches in the roughness. Let me see if we can find the. Yeah, see, like the range here is very like similar, and if you can break it up, you get a huge like material pop. Yeah, this is cool though. Yeah, like see, you have that nice, that like subtle highlight there. Having that here, but having it all damaged and scruffed up really pushes and emphasizes how damaged this one and aged this one is. I'm gonna skip that song. Anyways, yeah, I don't, man, I need to look more into this stuff because I need to have better feedback for you. So this is interesting. You've got material bundle packs. I think, I don't know if like, it's difficult. I think those should just stay in your store. Oh man, your store presentation is nice as well. Oh, and everything is, okay. If everything's in your store, I don't know, it's difficult. I think if you're doing a bundle like this, if you click it, are you showing the, yeah, okay, so this is a completely different presentation, so I think you're fine. I'd leave it. It is a lot of materials though. This looks great. And then you have some weapons down here. If you want to be a material artist, I mean, I guess I would keep these just to show your understanding of like materials in use. I don't know. You should be able to get a junior spot. Apply even though it says senior. Just go for it. It says you're at NGD, and I don't know where that is, but you're in Argentina, so sounds like you may be doing well already. Either way, nice work. I'm gonna get to the next portfolio. I'll be right back.